What's up, guys? We're here today with our Cunning Tarkin deck profile. We got 6 at our showdown with this deck. We went 4-1 in Swiss, barely losing to Ray Blue. Lost game 1, but game 2 I got him at 29 and we drew. So it is what it is. Let's get into it. We're going to start with our ground units. We got 3 ISB Agent. It's a fine card. It helps pop shields, helps take out early threats. And with that big butt, he's easy to pump up. Next up, we got our Snowtrooper Lieutenant, aka Surprise Strike on a Stick. He's really only in there for that ability. Viper Probe Droid is up next. It's an interesting one. I don't really care about the look and hand ability. It's really the 3-2. You know, it's able to take out stuff. It's able to fight. One of the All-Stars of the weekend, our Phase 3 Dark Trooper. Imperial with a Sentinel. It gets bigger. Next card, let me tell you what. This card, I'm thinking about cutting Super Laser Tech. It's just not doing enough, really. I honestly think Bazine would be a better choice than that. Because I'm not really trying to go too high anymore. We have a 1-of Grand Moff Tarkin. Able to dig in, find some more stuff. He was at 2. We cut him down to 1 just for consistency's sake. Next up is our Smuggle Pirate Battle Tank. We got the hyperspace foils of that, of course, make it look really good. Honestly, didn't do much for me, but it's nice to have that ability to pull it out with Triple Dark Raid. We went up to 3 Vaders for this list. Being able to pull out Snowtrooper or even Phase 3 is great. And I have the 1-of Reinforcement Walker for those, corner cases, basically. But, a lot of ground units, some vehicles. But speaking of vehicles, let's go to space real quick. This is where I like to play. I enjoy the space. I enjoy doing that. I did Blanc Sabine last time, which was basically a space deck with a little bit of ground units. But start out with our TIE Fighters. 2-1, 1-drop. Can't go wrong with it. Outland TIE Vanguard. Giving experience something else. And by itself isn't even bad on turn 1. And then we have the All-Star of the deck. Best card ever. I need to get my hyperspace foils done ASAP. What can I say about that card besides everything is great about it? I know I swung for 11 with it multiple times during the weekend. My least favorite space unit, but one you gotta play because it's in there. 7th Fleet Defender. Like, it's not bad. It's just, it never feels good when I play it for some reason. 3-2 is shield. Like, it should be good, but I don't know. And then my second favorite space unit is the TIE Advance. 3-2 gives experience to Lurking TIE Phantom generally. Like, turn 1, do that, pump that. Turn 2, play that or this. It's great. So yeah, for a vehicle deck, you're not really running a lot of vehicles, but the ones you do run are the ones you need to run. I know we've tried different variations of it, but overall, I think that is the correct number to go on. Let's go to events real quick. We got 2 timely reinforcements. It's our ECL, since we don't have ECL in this deck. No Good to Me Dead is a necessity in this deck, because you really need to be able to slow down some of those hyper-aggressive, or even Boba Fett. My second favorite card in the deck, besides Lurking TIE Phantom, Surprise Strike. Surprise Strike has always been one of my favorite cards because it's the classic hit harder. Triple Dark Raid. Run 3 of those, of course, because it's your engine. It lets you get stuff out faster. I know multiple times I Triple Dark Raid to get a TIE Advance to pump up my Lurking TIE Phantom. Use the Advanced TIE to get rid of their Sentinel in the space. Of course. And then, last but not least, the best card in Star Wars completely. Overwhelming Barrage. I think right now, if you're not playing Villainy Green, you're playing it wrong. This card can just win you the game out of nowhere. You can be losing hardly, and you're like, oh, okay, cool, Barrage, wipe your board, and then hit you for a bunch. Like, honestly, it makes me want to play Green Boba again just so I can do those shenanigans with it. We'll go to the sideboard real quick. Sideboard is whatever you want, basically. Mine is one extra reinforcement walker. That's really for the grindy matchups, like your blue Han, where you're going to be playing late game. Confiscate, honestly, should be main board because Sabine and Boba are two matchups that you want to take care of, Darksaber or Boba's armor. Snapshot Reflex, it should be main board, I think, just for that extra boost, but I don't know. It's one of those cards that when you play it, it always feels good. Swoop down. I play it more so for that red keyword right there, Saboteur. Yes, sure, you can attack ground with it. That's fine. But when Bright Hope is out, or even a Devastator, or whatever the big Sentinel in the sky is, Saboteur. Just go right around it. Speaking of Sentinels, we got two Black Sun Starfighters. They're not Imperial, but in the mirror match, they're great. Slow down. And one card that I brought in every single game this weekend, Change of Heart. In the quarterfinals, I used Change of Heart to steal my opponent's wrecker to wreck his face with it. So I was able to hit for 7, kill him, I hit him for 7, and I was able to use my Lurkentide Phantom to finish him off. It was great. But overall, our bad matchups, of course, are Boba, Waylay, anything Waylay. The idea that you can be pumping up all your stuff and all of a sudden it's just gone. Horrible. I feel like this is a great Sabine matchup. I don't think I've ever lost to Sabine with this deck. Hate to say that, but it's true. Control is weird. I've only lost to one Kira in total, and he just was hot streak. It was crazy. Krennic gave me some hard time because he's able to stabilize later game faster, I think. I played Critical Locals last week, got blown out. I was able to beat him first round this week, though. So, I don't know. Speaking of matchups, let's go talk about matchups real quick. Round 1, played against Krennic Green. It was a 2-0 game for me. Lurkentide Phantom, that's what it was. Solid 1. Round 2, I played against Luke Green. He played a great game 1, and then I think he got tilted off Lurkentide Phantom, and unfortunately made a few misplays, and I was able to capitalize on it. Round 3, I played against the Han 2, the Red Han, whatever you want to call him. It was green, ECL. He's my first game loss. I beat him overall, but it was like one of those, oh man, that was quick, that was fast. I think it's a little bit better for him than it was for Sabine, because Sabine, has to take a while. But he consistently went turn 1, like turn 1 Sundari Peacekeeper into Echo turn 2. Restore 4, is crazy good. It makes me want to play that deck also, but we'll see about that later. Round 4, played against Phil from South Carolina on Bossk Green. That's the deck I'm interested in. I don't know. Everyone keeps telling me not to play it, but I keep looking back at it. I'm like, you know what? But 2-0 that. Obviously, Lurkentide Phantom just doesn't care about anything. Round 5, I played against Ray Blue. We were both locked in top 8, and we were both kind of like, we don't really need to play, so we played really slow. I was almost hoping game 1 would go the entire time so we both get a draw, but he beat me game 1. Game 2, I was like, let's play super aggro. I had all 3 triple dark raids. I whiffed on the first one. If I hadn't whiffed, I would have been able to get there easy. Quarterfinals, played against the Han 2 ECL guy again. Game 1, he had Sundari Peacekeeper Echo, turn 1, turn 2. Unstoppable against this deck. Restore 4 was crazy. Game 2, I was able to pump up Lurkentide Phantom. I took initiative and used Surprise Strike to hit him for 11. He was at, 14? Yeah, 14. And I was able to cool, Surprise Strike, got there. He kept looking at it, he's like, yeah, that's 25. And then game 3, he had a Bright Hope to slow me down. So I had to take out his Bright Hope, which took out my Lurkentide Phantom. Next turn, he had so much on the ground that I was unable to stop it. So I got stopped early. I feel like if I had beat him, I wouldn't have played against Boba yet. No, I would have played against Boba, and I think that's where my day would have stopped. But, you know, we're going to go all day saying who wins, who wouldn't win. But overall, I think this is a highly underrated Tier 2 deck that you should be playing more often. It has so many different, like, routes and routes, whatever you want to say it. I think it's great. We've been playing it pretty much since the beginning of the season. And overall, I can't say anything else about it. Other than that, check out the YouTube channel for more info. Hopefully we'll have the vlog up soon. And any questions, join the Discord, ask us, message me on Facebook. Just go in the comment section. Hit us up, like and subscribe.